The sparrow and the feather. There are moments in life when something small, so small you barely notice it, ends up deciding everything. This is one of those moments. The wind howled over the meadow that autumn morning, rattling twigs, bending grasses, and stealing warmth from anything foolish enough to remain exposed. On a crooked branch sat a young sparrow, feathers puffed, eyes narrowed at the empty sky. He had found a single pristine feather earlier, soft, white, perfect, drifting on the breeze like a gift from the clouds. But now he stared at it on the ground below, where he dropped it in irritation. "That thing won't make me faster," he had scoffed. "It will just weigh me down." And so he cast it away. Clouds deepened. A chill settled like invisible frost across his wings. Flocks were gathering overhead, forming sweeping crescents as they prepared for the coming migration. The sparrow ruffled his feathers in frustration. Why did their wings look sleeker? Why did their flight seem freer, easier? He took off, beating hard against the wind, but the cold bit deeper than expected. He shivered midair, wobbling. The gust shoved him sideways, and he barely landed atop a stone wall. From a nearby branch, an older robin watched. "Wind's changing," the robin murmured. "I know," the sparrow muttered, embarrassed. "You look cold. I'm fine." The robin tilted its head. "You dropped something earlier. A feather, wasn't it?" "It was nothing," the sparrow snapped. "Just some fluff." Another gust cut through them. The sparrow trembled. "Funny," the robin replied gently, "how the smallest fluff can be the difference between a shiver and a steady flight." The sparrow's gaze drifted back to where the feather had fallen. It lay in a tangle of grass, lonely, forgotten. But pride whispered, "You don't need it," and yet doubt tugged at him. A flock shrieked overhead. Departure time. Panic struck. He flung himself upward, wings beating desperately, but the cold clung to him like frost, slipping through tiny gaps where insulation should have been. He fell back onto the wall, stunned by fear he'd never known. The robin hopped beside him. "Sometimes," it said softly, "warmth isn't a luxury, it's survival." The sparrow swallowed hard. Without another word, he darted down, snatching the feather awkwardly in his beak. He pressed it against his chest, fusing it into his plumage. It felt strange, vulnerable, but also right. He lifted off again. This time the wind still pushed, but something was different. The chill didn't sink as sharply. His flight steadied. His wings cut through air with new confidence. Higher and higher he climbed until he joined the rushing flock. One tiny bird among many, yet finally warm enough to keep up. As clouds broke and sunlight spilled across the meadow below, he looked down at the place he'd almost left without a chance to rise. He whispered to himself, "Sometimes what we throw away isn't useless, it's just unrecognized." And with a final glide, he sped forward into the horizon, feathered and ready. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow.